Show no mercy, because mercy is for the weak, and it will get you killed when you're playing the most merciless fighter of all, Pocket Fighter. Okay, maybe it isn't the most merciless fighter ever, but it is still really fun. Pocket Fighter was released into arcades in 1997 and on consoles in 1998, and it's sometimes known as Gym Fighter in North America and Europe. It's like one big love letter from Capcom to its fans, as it features a ton of references to pretty much every major Capcom property from the 90s. Aside from the Saturn version, it's also available for the PlayStation, the Wonder Swan, and it's even included as part of the PS2 Street Fighter Alpha Anthology. And it's also what I like to call a comfort game. Had a bad day? Play some Pocket Fighter and turn that frown upside down. Pocket Fighter is a very simplified 2D fighter in comparison to the games it takes its characters from, i.e. Street Fighter, Darkstalkers, and Red Earth. You have 3 attack buttons that you can press in rapid succession to perform some short combos, and each character has a few special moves that are actually displayed at the bottom of the screen. As you land attacks on your opponent, multicolored gems fly out of them that can be collected to level up your special attacks and add a bit to your super combo meter. And speaking of, it's really easy to pull off super combos in this game. Just perform a special attack using the heavy attack button and watch the gems fly. You also start each match with a special item that can be thrown at your opponent, and these range from ice and fireballs to banana peels that will lay on the ground until someone steps on them, and occasionally you're given the opportunity to pick up more, as well as health power-ups in the form of food items. And as you play, treasure chests and flying characters appear on the battlefield that, when hit, spew forth tons of gems, items, and food. There are 4 gameplay modes to choose from: arcade, versus, training, and running battle mode, which is basically just Pocket Fighter's version of a survival mode. The usual rules apply, and the only difference is that after each victory, you progress through one long stage that changes in appearance as you go on. Overall, Pocket Fighter is incredibly fun and the definition of a pick-up-and-play game. It's simple, the character selection is really diverse, and it combines the very familiar gameplay of a Capcom fighter with something new in the form of the gems, simplified combo system, and over-the-top special attacks. In short, I love it. As fun as the gameplay is in Pocket Fighter, it's made that much more fun by the amazing presentation and excellent attention to detail that'll definitely touch a nostalgic nerve with longtime Capcom fans. The character designs are great. It's the same chibi design used in Puzzle Fighter, and I love it. And it's especially cool when characters cosplay as other characters in the middle of combos. For example, Felicia cosplays as Mega Man, Ibuki as Relinto, and my personal favorite, Chun-Li cosplays as Jill Valentine, even pulling out a Beretta, flamethrower, and rocket launcher. Every stage is super colorful and detailed, and the backgrounds are populated with tons of characters from pretty much any 90s Capcom property you can think of, and they all get the same chibi treatment as the playable characters. And on top of that, the sound design perfectly matches the lighthearted tone of the visuals, with a soundtrack comprised of songs that are upbeat, catchy, and just fun sounding. It really does all come together to create a game that, to me, feels like the equivalent of something like a Mario Kart, for example. It takes characters from familiar series, mashes them all together, and cranks the fun factor up to 11. Overall, great visuals, great sound design, and incredibly fun gameplay make this one a classic, in my humble opinion, of course. So, as if it wasn't already apparent, I love this game, and I highly recommend it to pretty much anyone. Even if you're not a fighting game fan, but especially if you loved Capcom in the 90s. It'll definitely take you back in a very good way. It's not a terribly expensive game either, or difficult to find. Copies are all over eBay for about 20 bucks, and the Street Fighter Alpha Anthology on PS2 is even cheaper, usually $10, which is an absolute steal. If you're looking for a fun and accessible fighter that'll bring you right back to the time when Capcom was making pure gold, then don't wait. Play Pocket Fighter today. It's awesome.